Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you might be watching this video from. Yeah, I want to welcome you all to this tutorial class, and your trainee on this particular subject's name is Engineer Destiny Abraham. I wish to welcome you all to this training, and I fully believe that by the end of this training, you will be able to work on your own as a professional civil engineer that can use the Orion software very well. As you can see on my screen, it's the guard manual, Orion guard manual. This is a quick guard manual which is embedded on the software itself. I decided to take us through this route so that I can really see. Now, this is the manual itself. This is the manual itself. The guard manual itself. I have decided to extract the table of content out from this particular manual so that I can as well have a broader view of what we are to be looking. Before I go into the real class, before I go into the real tutorial, I want to take us through our course outline, and let's look at the topics we shall be covering in this entire training of Orion. I'm going to be taking us throughout the entire courses of Orion with the aid of this training. I believe that by the time we should be able to cover up this training, my students will become good in using Orion. Like you can see, Orion is arranged on table of content, and the first arrangement on the table is on how to set your project. Project setting. We look at how to set your project, and we'll talk about set of project, but talking about the template selection itself. We're looking at the drawing sheet selection, specifying the story height, then inserting additional floors. We will equally look at zooming, that should fall under the selection method. Look at zooming and pinning, defining a grid pattern, defining the material, creating columns, creating walls, creating beams, and creating slabs. We're going to be looking at setting slab type automatically. These are the subheading. In setting type automatically, we are going to be looking at creating ribbit slabs, where we will now look at the types of ribbit slabs we have in slab design. We look at slab design and detailing. We look at dimensioning, sections, slab loads, slab opening, and generating a 3D view of the model. That is after we are through with our design. We'll go to the 3D model, we'll look at it, and we'll generate the model. We'll check out the load combination from extracts from the model we have designed. We'll equally check now. Pay pay a good attention on this particular aspect. When you're through with your design, you will run an analysis. And before you run an analysis, that means you're through with your designs already. You're through with your designs already. The design is in good shape. The design does not fail. Then you go to building analysis and design, where you will now check the pre-analysis settings, you check the building design model options, the analysis tab, you run the analysis, you cross-check the analysis results, then the post result that you've gotten, you copy it out or you save it in a closed in a saver folder where you can extract your folders, because the essence of Orion is not just to design, it's to analyze the structure, is to analyze from the foundation part, the foundation itself, the columns, the slab, the beams, and including the staircase. That is the essence of Orion. We call it look at. I want to be looking at us to, when you're through with your design, you now go to design extract and calculation. Orion on its own can equally generate the calculation sheet of the column, the beams, the slab. You can equally check the design status. You can equally check the quantity status, where you can quantify the materials. For example, the reinforcements that you'll be using in your slab, the reinforcement you'll be using in your columns. You can equally check the calculation sheet. Then you will get a general report of how these materials are being managed. But today, we're not going to be taking all the class at once. We'll take them bit by bit. We'll have 5 slides in this training. Our aim is to run a total is to run a complete video of the entire topics that is captured in Orion, so that it can give the listener and the audience a wide knowledge of what we are looking at. Like I said, today we shall be looking at the first slide, which is project setting. And project setting, and under project setting, we'll have a first subhead. We'll have the templates selection, drawing sheet selection, specifying the story height, and inserting additional floor. This is what we shall be looking at today. Now, let's go to the Orion soft itself. I want to go to my desktop. This is my desktop environment. I go to my Orion. I'm using Orion 18. When you click on the Orion software itself, it's going to launch. It's going to launch automatically. You can see it. CSC Orion, a complete solution of concrete building system. Basically, Orion is for civil engineers and structural engineers who want to get a perfect result, a good result sheet of their structural calculation based on the British standard of structural calculation. Orion is designed for civil engineers to model, calculate, and come up with an analysis of civil engineering structures.